All right, Cowboys fans, happy Sunday to you all. I'm just getting out of church. I'm feeling really, really good. The Cowboys just traded for Brandon Cooks. I want to clap. I was just playing drums. I got my drum stuff in the back. I was playing drums at church. And I want to clap for the Cowboys front office. The car videos. I'm back in the car. I wanted to get this video out fresh. I wanted my thoughts to be fresh. And talk about this trade and talk about what this trade means, not only for the draft, but for the front office, for the team, for the fans, and also ultimately what it means, what the Cowboys' goal is, right? So the Dallas Cowboys are telling you everything you need to know with this offseason. They're still following their same mantra, but they're making tweaks. And I think that's the sign of a good business model. I think that's the sign of a team that's learned. I think that's the sign of a front office that's learned. I think years past, it's been all draft. Let's just draft. We're going to get immediate return, and they did. Deron Bland, Sam Williams, obviously Micah Parsons, obviously Tyler Smith, immediate return, 110%. But I think the beautiful thing about this year is they looked at Kelvin Joseph and said, not good enough. They looked at Noah Brown, who interception against Jacksonville, not good enough. They looked at, Dalton Schultz, who's really good, and they may bring Schultz back. They may let Schultz walk, but Dalton Schultz being your two, not good enough. Unfortunately, he's not. I was watching the Green Bay game last night, and Dallas had that game in the bag, but that early interception, you see him and CD going back and forth because Schultz just wasn't where he was supposed to be. Schultz had a really good year. Schultz is somebody that I like, but he should be a 3 option, a 4 option. He shouldn't be a 2. What this Brandon Cooks trade does, what this Stephon Gilmore trade does, and mind you, these are trades. Now, Dallas is going to pay some of that salary. Houston is going to pay some of it. What these trades do is it says we still can keep our draft model. Like, Dallas could very well still draft a receiver in the first or second round. You're not married to Brandon Cooks. But what these trades do is it brings in veteran presence that you know that you're going to get guaranteed production out of this guy. Like, that's what you know. Okay, 6,000 yard receiving. See, at that, he has 6 seasons with over 1,000 yards. With not really like stellar quarterback play. I mean, he had Stafford 1 year. Oh, no, you know what? That was Goff when he was in with the Rams. And then obviously he had 1,000 yards in 2021 with Tyrod Taylor. Last year, playing on a team like the Texans, really no direction, clearly in a rebuild situation. I'm pretty sure it was tough for him. And, the motivation, is it there, is it not? But you look at his younger days coming out of Oregon State, with New England, with the Rams, with the Saints. This guy has a clear niche. His niche is speed. His niche is great route running, and a little bit of yak in his bag. A lot of yak in his bag. I think that he can do some things after the catch as well, getting in space. He's going to consistently beat a 2 corner. He's going to consistently beat a second-round corner. I mean, a number 2 option at corner. And if you play zone, he gets in windows fast. That's the thing. You want guys who understand windows. You want guys, when he runs those corner routes, and I'm going to go back and really watch film. I'm going to watch film from last year. You want guys who understand how to get in windows fast. But it's tough when you're playing with Davis Mills. Dak Prescott is a better quarterback than Davis Mills. Dak Prescott will be able to use Brandon Cooks in a way, and the scheme will use Brandon Cooks in a way that he will be able to fly open. This tells me, though, that Mike McCarthy said we have enough, but we need to go over the top with some things. We need to go over the top with our second receiver. Here's why. Dallas wants to run the ball, but teams know that Dallas wants to run the ball. And you have to have an option outside of CeeDee Lamb when they start to bracket double that can consistently, not once in a while, but that can consistently separate and that can consistently beat a team's second corner. Mike McCarthy knows that. I don't think that Mike McCarthy really wants to to pass. He wants to keep Dak between 25 and 30 attempts, 35 attempts at the most, I believe. That's when Dallas is playing their best football. With Zeke now gone, I still do think that the Cowboys will have an extremely good running game with Pollard leading that running attack. But I also believe that the Cowboys are going to draft a back early in this draft. They're not married long-term to Pollard, and he's coming off of that ankle injury. So that's going to be one where we really watch and see and say, what is Dallas trying to do offensively in this draft? Again, guard, receiver, back in any way, any form. The tight end conversation becomes really interesting because I just don't see a first-round tight end having the type of – I don't see a first-round tight end having the type of impact that you – I just don't see a first-round tight end having the type of impact that is going to say, wow. You get what I'm saying? I just don't see that. But here's the but. If they grade Dalton Kincaid a certain way and you're drafted or whoever it may be, Myers, whoever, if they grade these guys, and I wouldn't, but if they grade these guys a certain way, it's almost like the running back argument. Because to me, if Jahmyr Gibbs is staring at you at 26 and you're done with all your first-round grades at 26 and Smiths is gone and let's say Torrance is gone and not Olave, JSN is off the board and you don't love what you have anywhere else, and Jahmyr Gibbs is, it would be very hard for Dallas for me to trade away from Jahmyr Gibbs. Even with having Pollard, because I think that highly of him, it would be very hard for me in the second or third round to trade away from Tajay Spears. So that's what I mean, like with the running back situation. And I like Malik Davis. Even watching the Green Bay game, he had some nice runs. But now you're getting guys in here. All right? So this allows you to draft BPA completely. It does. One position that we haven't talked about a lot is D-end. If one of those D-ends fall and you like them, you can draft them because of what you've done in free agency. One position that we haven't talked about that I'm going to rank is cornerback. Even though we went out and traded for Stephon Gilmore, you can still draft a corner. Let's say you have Cam Smith graded just that high. Draft him. Worry about the rest later. You can do that because you've allowed yourself this wiggle room in free agency. So to me, this is an outstanding move for what you gave up. It doesn't hurt you. A fifth round this year, you still have another one because you had 3, and a sixth round next year. I'm cool. You're not married long term. I just think the Cowboys front office has really knocked this offseason out the park, and they've done it with still being able to have the wiggle room to sign Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons coming down the pipe. And that's what I was telling you guys about the front office. Stay patient. Let things happen. It allows them to be able to do some stuff. So, because I'm in a good mood, I'm giving you guys a 5-round mock draft as soon as I get home. It's your boy Foots. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Peace. That's one of my buddies from church. Peace, y'all. Oh, I got a shout out real quick. Let me do this shout out. Let me do this shout out. This is on the fly, y'all. I ran into somebody at my job who was a fan of the channel, and I want to do this shout out. Dang it. I thought I wrote their name down in my notes. Oh man, I can't find the notes, y'all. Well, it was a coworker that I ran into, and that his wife watches the channel, and I was just, thank you for watching the channel. Thank all of you guys for watching the channel. Put it like that. Everybody who watches the channel, everybody I run into in the DMV, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. It's your boy Foots. Oh, shout out to my man, Coach Swag, too. My head coach, my guy. He watches the channel as well. My dog, DMV Nice. He's my OG. Thank you guys. Anybody who ever runs into me in public, I appreciate you. If you run into me on Twitter, I appreciate you. Thank you.